The mask has slightly slipped. I mean, he's a great coach, but he was hugely successful at Barcelona. They won nothing for the 2 years previous to him coming in. Then he comes in, Messi on board, does brilliantly. Goes to Bayern Munich, wins the Bundesliga. I get that, right? That's not what he's brought in there to do. He's brought in there to do that and win the Champions League. Now, 2 semi-finals in a row, he's been smashed by the Spanish giants, Barcelona and Real Madrid. They have Juventus coming up in this round of 16.
Who were flying,
so the mask has slipped a little bit, and I think he's gone to Man City thinking, this is the easier of the jobs in England, but if he really wanted to put a feather in his cap, it was turn around the sinking ship that is Manchester United and really show, after Sir Alex Ferguson, that he can go in there and coach this team back to greatness.
I think there's no doubt, just to tag on to what Ian said about the shift in power, I think now that Guardiola, from my view, Guardiola goes to Manchester City with the money and the backing that Manchester City have got, that power, he will attract top players. I don't think there'll be any question. Look, there may be the Manchester weather, all that sort of rubbish that we've heard before, but he can attract top players. And I see this club really going far with him.
Is he taking the easy option, Gab? Is this what it's about? Is he bold it?
He's only ever worked at 2 football clubs in his life, and you could look at them and say,
he's cherry-picked, hasn't he?
Well, one of them was the club that offered him a job, the club he played for. And,
one of the biggest in the world.
Right, and the other one, he went and he challenged himself in a different league, in a completely different culture. He's doing that again.
It's not the biggest challenge taking Bayern Munich, is it?
Sorry?
Bayern Munich is not the biggest challenge in terms of coaching a team to success.
No, but it depends how you define success when you're there. Obviously, the bar is higher, and obviously, if he doesn't win the Champions League this year, some people are going to, like you, are going to say, well, he came up short because he didn't win the Champions League. But this idea that, he had to go to United because that was the big repair job. That's not his job. Maybe he didn't go to United because maybe he doesn't want to work for Ed Woodward.
No, but I didn't say that was his job, Gab. I didn't say that was his job, but what I'm saying is the top coaches are cherry-picking what they see as the top and easier jobs, rather than actually showing that he can manage and coach in more difficult circumstances in a ship that's on rough seas. It's not Man City, that's Manchester United.
I'll tell you what, though. You can look at it that way, or you can look at it and say, he can go to City with all the money. What defines success at City? I mean, if he wins 2 league titles in 3 years at City, well, is that success?
No.
Or does he need to deliver the Champions League? Whereas if he takes United to second in the table, is that success? I think we've set the bar so high now, and it's going to be critical for him to define success in the right way.
I think there's a lot of disbelief. I think there's a lot of people out there thinking this is automatic ticket to the Champions League final and success. I think his time at Bayern Munich has shown just how difficult that is. When you take him out of Barcelona and those surroundings with those players, and you take him to play a club with great players, he's still found that difficult with Bayern Munich up until this point. I don't really see how that avenue is going to change greatly with Manchester City.
The thing with Manchester City, we're talking about now it's a shoe-in now. He turns up at Manchester City, everything is rosy in the gun. They're going to go and absolutely steamroll everybody. They're not. There's a certain amount of rebuilding that's got to go on at Manchester City.
Oh yeah.
We can all pick central defence, full-backs again, so on and so forth. So it's not as if he's going to walk in, it's going to be okay. Let's get to work, boys.
But there's less work at City.
Yeah, agree.
In the Premier League.
Well, there's still a lot of work to be done.
But it's a good time to come because after with United needing a revamp, with Chelsea needing a revamp, other than Arsenal, there's arguably, and possibly Spurs if you buy into that, there's arguably no real competition initially because all these other teams are rebuilding. So it's a bit of a softer landing.
Ian, I mean, the bar for Manchester City clearly domestically is to get dominance in that league, and I'm sure they'll get a great deal of plaudits which will please the owners at City if they do that. But the English press is also looking for City to do really well in the Champions League and go further than that round of 16 that Pellegrini came up against. What is he looking for to get him there? I mean, what sort of players are going to come in? Who should be worried at City as well?
Well, obviously the pulling power of the club is going to be magnified you'd think, quite a lot. Having Guardiola there, that will turn a lot of heads, obviously, and get a few signatures, and there's clearly no shortage of money from Manchester City. But, you know, going back to what Craig says, does Pep Guardiola have to win the Champions League every year and be some kind of a messiah to be a great coach? I can't accept that the man is a myth. Yeah, he's had wonderful players everywhere he's been, but what football he's produced with those players. And we've seen other teams with good players and other coaches with good players, and it hasn't worked that way. Guardiola, I think, is number one for a reason.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.